Hello everybody, I'm Helen Nowadays, also known as Helen. I am a spiritual mediumistic healer and a clinical hypnotherapist. So today I specialise in mediumistic healing. So today it's going to be healing. So as we wait for people to come on, as I have a viewers count here, for the replay, you can find me on YouTube. You can where I do load up educational videos on mediumship, and also do cards, and TikTok, and also Facebook. I run a group for spiritualists and all spiritualists like-minded people. So if you're here, which I can see two lovely people, I sense two lovely people that's here watching. If you can put your name in the comment section and say hello, that means I know that you're here. And if you would like spiritual healing is for, you don't have to have the faith of the healer. It's non-denominational. Hello, Monique. So it comes from your divinity. What I am is the channel. I facilitate the healing so it can take place. So the best way to describe it is the router, and then I can send that information to you. Hello, Margaret. Good evening to you. So if you feel that you're in need of healing is for anything really. It can be for physical, mental, and spiritual and situational. Hello, Marie. With this, situational can be you're in a relationship, the energy. This is all what the basics of spiritual healing is energy. It's changing the energy for the highest good for you and whoever's there. So we can't connect with their energy, but we'll connect with you so you can facilitate change. So healing sometimes can be quite instantaneous, and at other times it also can take a wee while to come through because of the energy, because it needs more. Hello, Alison. So if you feel that spiritual healing would be a benefit to you, and sometimes what it does, it triggers change. Put yourself in the comment section, say you would like it. Margaret, if please, Mark, that'd be lovely. So Margaret, if can come up first for healing, and we can put you on screen, and that way we can facilitate healing. You can have a specific area for healing, but you can just locate the area, tell me to that, because I'm not a diagnostician, although I have a clinical background, and I can concentrate there. Or we can just do a holistic healing, and that way it goes to that. So hello, Sophie, and Facebook user at 908. If you click the StreamYard link that Veronica will give you, it means that we can see your name, and that way all it does for Facebook doesn't give you anything extra information, allows you just to see your profile name so you can come up. Hi, Jackie. So I live in the UK, a lot of our the people here from the UK. So I'm in Sindal. Is that I might be wrong. My geography is useless. So holistic it will be, Margaret. So Veronica is going to give you a link. She's going to DM you, and that way you will connect to that, and you will go on screen. So Margaret, Veronica has sent you a link. Also at the end, because the energy is quite high, I will do a healing for everyone that's connecting to this video, whether you're here or on the playback. So anyone that has sent intentions up for healing or for help from spirit, we're going to send that energy out. So you may just want to partake in the energy that watching healing today, but at the end there is a part of it that will be spiritual healing for everyone that wishes it. So Margaret, Veronica has sent you 2 links. So it'll be in your DM now. So that's what Veronica said. For Helen to see your name, please give StreamYard approved by clicking on the screen. So Margaret's going to be the first. So what I say, it can be a little bit nerve-wracking, but but once you get past that, you will receive the full energy of healing, and the healing that you and the energies that you connect to. So as a physical healer, physical medium, sometimes we can ask spirit loved ones to come in. Do they always come in? No, but we can ask them to come in, and sometimes they will be there present when you're healing. So you will know, because you know the energy of your loved one. You may not think that you do in spirit, you will automatically know. We can ask for them to come in, and so I feel as a healer that is also healing, because it's proof of survival after passing. So if you feel that you want to see if you can connect with your loved one, to feel the energy, although this is not a reading, I can do that also. Hi Gia. So just waiting for Margaret to come through. If there's any questions that you would like on mediumship, because I cover most of the subjects, and also do spiritual assessments. So if there's anything that's going on in your life while we're waiting, hi from Ireland, Justin. Hi, Subi. I'm going to say Siobhan. That going back because my family's Irish, so I remembered the right way of saying that. So hi, Siobhan. So it's lovely to see you. So and we can ask some start again spiritual questions while we are waiting. So once it happens, it'll start rolling. Wait. So what this is, it's not a reading. What it is a spiritual healing. So that's done through a meditation technique, because it's on Zoom. I'm the medium. I will open the door to spirit, and they will let that in. So it's classified as a reading, but it's not a reading as such. It will be a card given to you, or information. It will be just receiving of energy for healing purposes only. But if you have family or loved ones in spirit, we can ask them to be present for your healing if you so wish. So Margaret is from Cornwall. I'm living in London now. Alison also would like to have a spiritual healing. Jackie is also here. So we have 15 lovely people here today. It's Alison, please, may I have a healing, please, for me and my son. Alison, if I cannot get to you tonight, what I will do is I put you on my distant healing list and channel list, because I'm a channel healer. So I will put you on that list if you so wish it, and or you will put before. I'm here again next week because I missed out last week due to my sister's birthday. You can come in first, so it's first come first served, really. So hopefully once we get rolling, we can start connecting to spirit. Please can I have healing for Terry and myself? So Susan, okay. I will put these names in my distant healing book for you, because I on a Sunday night around 9 p.m. I sit down with spirit and I connect, and I send channel healing off to those who ask for it. And also I am an animal intuitive and animal spiritualist healer. So animals are God's creatures. So healing can be given to animals that are in need also, which sometimes we can forget. So animals can bring. Can I have healing, please? So I put you down also on my healing book, Angel. So I will be doing a short live where I'll be giving just healing out, where you can sit with me and receive it again on a future live. So what I'm going to say to you is, when Angel, if you don't receive healing this evening or next week, sit with the energy when I'm connecting to spirit and just listen, because you can participate with the healing. So what you would do is you will sit, you will close your eyes, you will listen to what I'm saying, because through what you call gentle hypnotherapy, I will open the door to spirit so you can receive the pain relief where it's needed. It's love tips of healing for son David. So we'll send that out. So for K, and what I will do, although I don't connect with you directly because spammers do, I will go through the list afterwards and write all these names down. So I will put David also on my healing list. I can't. All I can at the moment, Bar. I can see your picture, but when Veronica sends you a link, and once we get used to it, you will automatically come on screen with me, and you'll be seeing it in the group. And then what'll happen is I will then give you direct one-to-one healing. But you don't need to have one-to-one healing. You can also have distance healing, which you can send. I will be sending out to everybody that's in the room at the end of the night. And I'll also be doing another live where I'll write all these names down, but won't be giving surnames because I'm a trained counsellor. I believe in confidentiality. So I'll be giving these names out and just your first names out, and then we can send healing. So yes, you can have healing for your Nan. So I have to have Sophie and Nan. Okay. So healing will be going. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Trudy. I do know that spiritual healing helps. I suffer from chronic pain since I'm an example of it, that healing helps. I suffer from an accident when I was 5, road traffic accident, and I suffer from chronic pain. And Spirit has enabled me through spiritual healing. Sometimes you'll see me have a speech impediment at times, but they've allowed me to get past that. So healing does help. So it does give you hope, because I'm sitting here as an example of Spirit allowing me to do the work that I do, but still have a condition. So they will give it healing in different ways. Sometimes it's just so you can have a quality of life, and sometimes they will give you full restorative healing, which means the condition goes away, which is rare, but I have known it to happen. And also they give with palliative care healing, they will also give you time to do the things that you need to do. So there's all different types of healing, which I'm going to go and do a video about, so I can educate people about that. So and it must be difficult for you to have your daughter in so much pain, but there is hope. I know that for sure. So good evening, Yvonne. Could I get just healing for myself, please? And someone I know called Jill. Okay, I will write all these names down in a numbered list, but once they're in my book, they're in my book. So what I would do is they go in the book and they're there permanently unless you ask to be taken out of it. So what I can say to you, Trudy, if she's willing and open for it, she can come in one evening, and we're doing it again next week, and she can sit down, because healing, you just need to be sitting down or lying down, and she can receive healing that way. So if you talk to her, I'm willing to, what's the name, and you're one of the first here, you getting the first in line, so to speak. So it may be something, because sometimes direct healing is more powerful, but it's still distant way healing can work just as good. So one day I pray that it will, or she gets to a state where she can recover from it and have a more quality of life. Hello, Juliet, welcome. So we're just waiting for son Jamie also. So what I'm going to do, you're welcome. So just have a word with her, Trudy. So next week we're here again. And if she feels up to it, and I can understand if she doesn't, we can still send her distant healing, because she can just watch the live, and at the end she can be just go to the end part of it where it's healing for everybody that will be watching this, whether it's live or not, because with spirit there's no time. What is now is in the past, is in the present, so it all joins to one when you're seeing it. So it will help. So while I'm waiting for a connection, I'm going to, so if Facebook user clicks on the link, we can see your name. You're welcome, Bar. I love spiritual. I love mediumship, but healing is one of my first loves, because I can the facilitation of change when it comes through it is sometimes it's mild, but then it's transformational when you feel it and you accept it and you open it. So it will come from the energy that you're calling upon, so you don't have to have the healer's faith. So hello, Gavin, Anita. So that's how we connect with it. So maybe, yeah, you can connect with healing. So what we can do, Helen, I need to see the names of people. So Veronica is working in the background, so I'm just waiting for someone to connect. Hi Donna from, I believe that's California. That, to be honest with you, what you're doing when you're doing that, you're and what I would suggest you do, Trudy, is to make it stronger. Is you if you know anything about the heart center, the heart chakra, send it from the heart chakra, and then it intensifies. It just goes on, because the energy from your heart, being a mother, but also when you do it from spirit energy, it creates a stronger energy link. So send that energy by creating the ball, and what you will do is you'll feel it from the heart center go out, and you should feel it becoming bigger. And when you do that, you will send that out to your daughter, and that should make it stronger than it was before. Do let me know if it helps and more, because what we can do is, I'm a multimodality healer, so I will connect to angels, I will connect to divine spirit, I will connect to God and universe, and if the energy that you connect to, say for instance you pray to Jesus or you pray to Ganesh, I'm blessed by that, because I'm a heart-centered medium, so they come and connect with me also. So you may feel that energy. So if you're with me in a healing and you want to connect to your divinity, ask me, and we can always open the gateway, and they're always welcome in. My son's name is Christopher. He suffered long-time health conditions for 4 to 5 years. I'm worried about him, and he looks poorly. So what we can do is we can connect with your son once you if we get his permission, even if we don't, if he's sending up questions to spirit, I need help, we can help in that way, because it's all about free will. So what you can do, like I forgot the name of the lovely lady, send out an energy ball to your son, and that also will help. We have Angel. I thought we had Angel in the studio. So she's popped off now, but she comes back soon. You can connect to your spirit guide, because your spirit guide, if you choose, can be the one that sends the healing. And that's what we've done before on here. The healing guide has stepped in because they have a strong presence or a strong connection to the viewer or the sitter, and they will come and they will connect. So we have Angel in our studio. So hello, Angel. Are you on mute? Are you? No. I can't. Hi, Mel. Oh, Veronica, can you unmute? I don't see that Angel is muted, but is there a mute in the background that we may not be aware of? Okay. I'm going to work outside the box. You can hear me, Angel, can't you? Hello, Mel. Can you hear me? Yes, that's fine, as long as you can hear me. So what I want you to do is, have you had, just nod for me, have you had any type of spiritual healing before, Angel? Have you had spiritual healing before? Yes. Okay, so what I want you to do now is close your eyes for me. Okay, I want you to take in a deep breath. Just listen to my voice first. And as you hear my voice, you'll become more relaxed than you ever did before. You'll take out the energy that you'll notice in that the moment that is causing you tension. So when I want you to breathe in, I want you to breathe in for 4, hold your breath for 5, and then breathe out for 6. So breathe in for 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath for 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And breathe out nice and slowly for 6, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I want you to do that again. Breathe in for 4 deeply. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out for 5, for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And as you hear my voice, you become more and more comfortable, more and more relaxed in yourself. And as you breathe, the energy of tension or stress that you may feel in your body starts to lift towards your lungs, and you breathe it out through your mouth and your nose. I ask now for Divine Spirit to come through. I've opened the door to Divine Spirit and I feel the energy quite strong. So I want them to connect with you. I want you to imagine, dear angel, at your center of your heart, the energy center of the divine spark that lives within you becomes stronger. Okay? And stronger and stronger and stronger. And this energy of love, of divinity, surrounds you and all your chakras. Your crown chakra opens up, and this beautiful energy of violet you may see or feel as a white color. Above that, you may feel or see a white orb or a gold orb. For me, it's always been gold. This energy from divinity comes in down to your crown and meets you and entwines like a figure of 8. It's the infinity sign. You become one with your divinity. I ask now that your angels, your guides, your loved ones, and your inspirers come through, and they've come stepping through, and I ask for holistic healing for Angel. I ask that this divine energy be only for Angel's highest good, to remove any unnecessary tension that she has in her body so she can experience your presence fully. I ask, dear Spirit, that you come in and you settle at Angel's crown and go down into her third eye and balance and bless this area. Again, there's a lot of tension and stress. I feel I ask you to remove that unnecessary tension and stress and give an anchor so you can hold on to. Feel your presence when it's needed. The energy goes down into Angel's throat. Again, I feel there's a blockage here, not speaking your truth, or you've been stopped in the past. I ask the blessed divine energy that's there and present with me and Angel simultaneously to bless and balance this energy that I feel is holding Angel back. Go down into Angel's heart center, this golden energy. And again, there's heartache here that I want to alleviate, and I want to give to Spirit to transmute into love, light, and healing. With this energy, they send it up to Spirit and they change it to a higher energy and give it back to Angel. I come down into the solar plexus, and again, I need to balance and bless this area. There's a lot of unnecessary tension within this area that we need to remove. So I ask this divine spirits and your guardian angels to come through and bless and balance this. Again, going down into your sacral chakra. Again, blessing and balancing this area. I ask for removal of some dense energy that's not serving your highest good. And again, I ask Spirit to transmute it into love and light. We go down into your root chakra. And again, this is unbalanced for some reason. And again, I ask them to balance it on the right and the left to give you stability where you need it. The energy goes down into your thighs and into your calf and into your feet. You are now surrounded by a beautiful golden energy. And as this energy starts to concentrate, it removes any pain in your body, whether it's physical, spiritual, or emotional, that's not serving your highest good. We go back to childhood here and go back to an energy time where you need it specifically for transformational healing in the now. I go back to your young child self. And again, I ask Spirit to guide me there and remove the energy that's there that causes pain within the present. I give this Spirit energy back to Spirit. I ask that your guardian angels and your guides now come in and surround you with a whirlpool of energy that goes in an anti-clockwise direction. This gain removes energy that's not serving you. So you should feel or sense or see or know Spirit's energy going from right to left. As this energy goes around you, it goes from your crown to your feet. And now it turns in a clockwise direction, and as it balances, it builds up the energy. I feel it was once fatigue, and we're now letting that go. It's mental fatigue, we're letting go. We're letting go of baggages that does not serve us our greatest good. I will say I feel a mother figure coming in on my left-hand side, and she stands behind your shoulder. And she's just there as a guiding light. So you may sense or feel this energy. And she's coming to me with as a white energy, because I see energy sometimes in colors. And she's putting her hand around your shoulders, and that's on your left-hand side. So I'm just acknowledging the energy. And I'm going to leave her there for a minute. Another balancing of energies come through, but it's come through on the other side. So there's another family member that's giving you help that you are aware of, or you sense, or you know. This is a masculine energy, and it comes in as an uncle energy, or some energy that you've had that feels very uncle-like. So he's on the right side, and I'm going to leave him there for a minute because he's here for a purpose. I ask divine energy to step forward now, and I honor the energies that come through from Angel Spirit Family, and thank you, and be there for her when she needs it. She knows you're there, but she just needs that little extra knocking on the window to say, yes, I'm here. I ask divine energy to cloak Angel within an impenetrable egg-like membrane. So this energy is cocooned, and it's one of love, and it's one of healing. And I ask that this energy is with Angel for the next 72 hours. Within this energy, I ask Archangel Michael, and I ask Archangel Raphael. He comes in as a healing angel, and my Archangel comes in as an angel that cuts ties, that binds. So the two working together. So I'm going to ask Archangel Michael to do what I feel he needs to do. He goes down your right, he goes down your left, he goes down your front, he goes down your back and under your feet and over your head. Cutting energy that once binds. So Angel has disappeared, but if she's still present, I'm going to cut the link off. So I ask Spirit now to step back from Angel, to close the door to Spirit that I've just opened. I send back Angel's uncle-like figure and grandma, and I give thanks and I give love, and I honor the energy that's present. I just have to make sure that door is closed. So when you're doing healing, you know to make, and you're doing spiritual healing, you need to make sure when you call in and energy comes in, energy, you have to close the door. You don't want to leave, because spirit is in spirit for a reason, and they need to be doing their work. So they're coming to help us, but we need to close the door. So hello, lovely Antoinette, my friend, is coming to say hello. Thank you for the green hearts. So if there's any questions, hi, turquoise waving hand, pink waving subscriber, can I get a message? So as I'm waiting, Angel's come back into the studio. Angel, you popped off there. I closed the energy because I didn't want to. I don't know if I can still hear you. No, you're still mute on your side. So if it happens again, just check your settings, because sometimes you need to give your device permission for audio permission. So you can hear me, but for permission to come out, it's different. So I just want to know that you're here is to close your eyes. I want to just to make sure, though I have done it before, and I'll answer Siobhan's question in a minute. So close your eyes for a minute for me, because I feel so. I ask the energy that surround Angel now to be concentrated, and I ask the energy from Divine Spirit to gain cocoon it twice. And I ask Archangel Raphael to finish off what he needed to do. He goes around you once, he goes around you twice, he goes around you 3 times. There's healing on a deep level here, but I haven't got time to go into what it is, but it feels like it needs to be lifted, and Archangel Raphael is here to do that for me. So I honor the angel presence that you have, Angel, with you tonight, which is Archangel Raphael, and Archangel Michael, which is Michael. So I ask now that Archangel Michael's blue coat sits on your shoulders, goes over your head, goes over, closes your crown, closes your third eye, your throat, your chakra, your heart chakra, your solar plexus, and your sacral and your root, and it goes all the way down into your feet. And as it goes down into your feet, it goes down into Mother Earth. We ask Gaia's permission for entry, for healing, going down to the earth, go down into the core, its center. We go around the energy once, twice, 3 times. And as we feel this energy, I want you to have a little tug with your foot. So it's an energetic tug. So with this energetic tug, it knows that you're grounded in earth, but you're also connected to spirit. But we now send spirit back to spirit with love and thanks and gratitude. So you will feel healing. So take a deep breath for me, Angel. Breathe in that energy of divinity, which you're strongly connected to. Breathe in that energy of healing. And breathe in that energy, just be aware that you were before, that the energy of our grandmother coming and an uncle-like figure was there to give you balance and love. So you know that you're safe, you're loved, and you're protected. So take a deep breath for me, Angel. And when you're ready, open up your eyes. Okay. So if you feel a little bit, which we can do, a little bit, airy fairy, we can tap our feet, rub our hands, and what this does, it gives us a grounding technique. So that's when I use to keep me grounded, so I don't go off with the spirit. I have a stone sometimes which does it, which I don't want to happen when you're doing it. Afterwards it's a good idea because it gives you kind of a grounding technique, so you can rub that. So I sincerely hope that helps you, Angel. And spiritual healing normally can happen instantaneously. You'll feel the energy, but it's residual. Although it's gone back to spirit, the energy is still present, so you may feel it up to the next 72 hours doing the job. So I hope it does the job for you and gives you spiritual energy that you need, because it's restorative, it lifts, and it gives us an energy that we can't get elsewhere. So I'm going to send my love to you, and God bless. So I was going back to Siobhan's question, and Siobhan's question is that, say for instance, you open a door and you do not set the intentions of what that door is for, energy can come back in for that. I set the intention that only divine energy can enter, because you as a sacred medium, only divine energy can enter through that door. But if you leave the door opened and you haven't got leave the door open, other energies can come in, and you may not want that type of energy coming in onto your daily basis. So if, say, for instance, it can be set, the intention can be set for spirit family, and we don't always, the opposite side of that, we don't always get on with spirit family, because not everybody is good. So you may not want certain energies connecting with you. So that's why we set the intention, only energies that are congruent, which is in balance with you, is set there. But there's like anything, there's that small chance that open it up could also open it up for other energies that maybe you're connecting to that I'm not aware of during a reading. So what I do, I feel safe spiritual practice must be taken seriously. So if I see myself as the gatekeeper, if I open that door, I will close it, because I am the gatekeeper for my sitter, and I have to protect them. So I don't know what can come. I know what, when I set intention, what comes through, and if something didn't come through that I wasn't happy with, I have the ability as a sacred medium to push that energy back. Because sometimes there's spirit chances in life, they do try to come in, but I have the ability to push them back. So that's why when you do that, it's always when you open spirit, you close it. And I'm doing this since I was a child. So that's the important, when you open to spirit, that you close down to spirit, and that welcomes them back. So Sheila, hello Sheila, my lovely friend who's come in to pop in. So I hope that has answered your question, Siobhan. That was gorgeous. Thank you very much. So I don't know if we're doing any more spiritual healings tonight. Are we, Veronica? I'm waiting for Veronica to pop on. Sometimes I lose track of time, so we've still got time. We've got another 15 minutes. So if you feel like you would like to receive spiritual healing, give your name to Veronica in there, and then you can come up on screen with me. And but in the meantime, while we're waiting for this kind of time to do that, if you have any questions about mediumship, and I know it, I'm happy to give it to you. Still have time. Anyone wants to come on? You just need to click the link. So if your name is still coming up as a Facebook link, Facebook user link, it means that you haven't given permission to StreamYard to post your just your name, so we can see your name. So just post. Oh, thank you, Sheila. Thank you very much. It's good to have I forget to tell people to post my links and things. But as I'm waiting, I might as well say I'm on Facebook, on Dagnat Anoon, Sacred Heart, Sacred Connection, Soul Connections, and I'm on YouTube, and sometimes I'm on TikTok, where I give card readings as such. Does someone who was cremated? Yes, they do, 100%, because from dust to dust. So it was. There's no doubt in my mind that anyone was cremated, because what happens when we pass is sad. This is just the body will disintegrate, but the spirit cannot. It cannot be destroyed. The soul cannot be destroyed. So what happens when we pass? The spirit leaves our body not long after the death of the brain, because the brain, the heart, sometimes the heart stops and the brain can go for a little bit longer. So what happens is you will see energy from spirit go up. It's during that time they connect with their loved ones. So 100% sure that your loved one, or someone you know was cremated, will be in spirit, because there's no testimony to it yourself. I am going to be cremated when I pass, and I know that I'm going to spirit. So that's why one of the reasons I wouldn't do it otherwise, because I just instinctively know. So it doesn't matter how you pass that way. So hi Britt, can I get a message from baby and his paternal grandma? I'm not giving messages tonight, but what what I can do at times, what's the Laurie, is I had as a physical medium in open that door. Sometimes I can bring in the energy of baby, bringing the energy of grandma, and you can feel it. I've done it several times, and it's a healing energy. So then you feel the energy of that. So and the energy of babies are quite pacific. They come through to me a lot. So you would feel it. So there's something you could think about if you want to experience physical mediumship. What's your favorite way to work with mediumship? Channeling. I like to channel energy. I'd like to channel mediumship and divine energy, and that allows me to connect to everyone, because it doesn't matter what faith we are in the world. If we believe in an energy that is good and divine, I can connect to it there, and that gives me a connection to everybody. So divine channeling is one of my favorite energies. I do as a medium, and then that's how I do healing. So in my last meditation to communicate with my guides, I met at a river. I felt he was holding my hand, and we strolled to the riverbed and sat across from each other, cross-legged. There was no speaking. It was all felt. I can't click to that one. I'll show that one again. So in the last meditation, my guides I met at the river. My guides holding their chest were touched mine. So in that meditation, I feel that there was heart healing done. So I don't know you, but I feel that part of it could be emotional. And what happened, there was a letting go of energies that ties, that bind. So these are healing experiences. So mediumship is healing regardless of what modality you use. So you will have felt a healing on a deep level. So I feel during that time you would have had connected to your guide, you would have made a stronger connection, and they will be back. But I feel that an energy was let go that did not serve you before that. So you can now move on evolutionary wise, spiritually. So that's the what I feel happened there, Sophie. So yeah, as Tony is a fabulous a medium and a psychic also agrees with me. So healing goes on. For healing is holistic. You can it touches all. If you're a good medium, it will touch all types of mediumship you do. When a little one passes, do they stay the same age? What happens is, from my experience, is that they will just pop for that. Where'd that one go again? The little one will come in to me as a young person, because we have to identify who it is. So, but sometimes what I will see is a progressional aging of spirit. And this sometimes will tell me that spirit is now 13 or 14. And this is sometimes the age where they would have been if they were still alive. So this is where evidential mediumship. So if I came in and said, I have a child of 14, you wouldn't recognize them. So energy will come in, and sometimes they will come in, sadly for me, when I know it's a passing before birth. They come in through miscarriage or afterwards, but they have an energy to them that tells me that it's a child. But what happens is, through my experience of this, which is quite a lot, is that they will go on, and they have shown me what they do around the family. Is they've come in and they've watched their sisters play, and they're allowed by spirit, because they've got permission to do that, because their journey's not finished here yet. They're still learning from it. So they're around mum, they're around dad, they're around grandma and their sisters and their brothers. So I see them playing in rooms, or they're seeing them standing by their sisters or their brothers. So, and I see that as that sometimes what they do is they will age, but their energy when they first come in will come in as an infant, either pre-birth or after birth, and sometimes you are given a time, but not always. But I feel the energy more, so that spirit can guide you, and that's how you would Facebook user would know that it was your baby that was with you, because say for instance, sadly, you can have multiple babies lost through miscarriage or stillbirth or afterwards. So this what spirit does for me, kind of allows me to guide you to which one it was, because sometimes I will feel more than one baby in spirit, and they're together, and they're normally together. When the siblings, they grow up together. So if that's a comfort to anyone, and I feel that's a healing purpose always. So so I hope that helps, Facebook user. Thank you. You're welcome, Tara Gerald. It was lovely to see you too. We need to visit again. Thinking about you. Life's been crazy. Send you a message. So, any other questions? I don't know if we're doing any more live healings tonight. So, if you have any other questions that you have for mediumship work, I will happily answer them if I know. You're welcome. There's Sophie saying there's beautiful healing taking place. Make sure that you smash that hit. Oh yes, thank you, Sheila. I keep forgetting. That's one of my. I get lost in the energy sometimes when I'm doing my mediumship, so I go off into a tangent with it. So thank you for about the subscriptions. It would be much appreciated, as it does support my channels as such. Still have time. Anyone wants to come and screen, please ask for the link. So if you feel like you how do you feel like a new guide coming in? Sometimes what you will see, if you have the ability of clairvoyance is to see, what you will do is you'll see them on the peripheral, and that means they're standing back. Like all spirit guides, they really need your permission to come through, because they're working for your spiritual evolution. So this is where your clairs will kick in. You'll feel, you hear, you see, you know, you will sense. So you will sense an energy. But this is where my spiritual safe practice come in. I will ask my gatekeeper, which is Archangel Michael, to say, if this guide is for my highest good, please let them in, because not always every guide will be for your highest good. So as I'm a rescue medium, so sometimes people will invite in, and it's when you give the invitation to come in, sometimes that things can go wrong. So you go to your divinity, and then your divinity will either be God's consciousness, Christ's consciousness, and if that's your gatekeeper, you say, if this guide comes in, is it for my greatest good? 99.9% of the times, yes, it is. But you always want to do that 0.1% to make sure that you're safe and you're protected. So gatekeepers, that's why I have a gatekeeper to say, this guide is working me. I have, because we always have to have an intent and a purpose. What are they doing? What are they here for me? Why are they going out of their way for me? Most will go out of the way for the greatest good, but there's that 0.1% that I'm a wee bit worried about. So I will get my gatekeeper, Archangel Michael, to come in and say to me, yes, you can invite this guide in, because that is the way that you will allow your mediumistic skills and your other skills to advance. I also think so, Gerald, completely, because I've seen people invite guides in and they're not guides at all. And I've had to extract these energies because they weren't working for the highest good of the person. So I sat with spirit for a long time and said, how can I sort this out? Hiya, Sheila. I thought that, and they said to me, you need to get a gatekeeper. And that was Mike. I've always had a strong connection to Archangel Michael. He's protected me many times. So yes, if you're suspicious in any way, cut off the connection, because sometimes it depends on the energy of the persons who they're connecting with. So And you have a sense of claircognizance. Claircognizance is knowing. So when that knowing comes in, yes, and you will know straight away if they're for your greatest. Not always. You'll know straight because you're questioning it, and it's okay to question spirit. Think, oh, I can't. I have to accept everything that knocks on my door. No, you don't. You accept. Once spirit says, yeah, do you know what? We've vetted these people. Would you open the door and let in a stranger into your home? You don't. You shouldn't do it with spirit. That is why you keep you are your own gatekeeper, but you also have another gatekeeper, because to err is human. We make mistakes. So if I know, do you know, Helen, I have ME, so I get I can get tired and my speech can fall down at times. So my gatekeeper is Archangel Michael. He comes in and he says, Helen, wake up. You're not on the ball here. And this is where I have me as a gatekeeper for my sitter, but I also have another gatekeeper watching me and my sitter. So we have, sorry for that, we have the triangle effect. No, yes, no, guides don't have to be an angel. It's just your preference. So a guide can be, I have a guide that it goes back, well back in time. And they're part gatekeeper too, because they again told me to step back, and before Archangel Michael did. So again, a guide can be your gatekeeper. So it's good to nominate in many respects, but one may step in and then you're more comfortable with that energy, and they are allowed to do so. So many only teach to accept anyone stepping forward to act as guides, and not say no thank you, or psychic ring your bell. No, I want to. The way I look at it, would you open your door to a stranger and let them in your home and let them in your mind and live with you 24/7? And the answer is no, and you wouldn't do it with spirit. So I believe it. I don't believe to scare, because my first love, my vocation is divine, at connecting people and being ambassador for divine energy. So on that note, you just need to have what you call a spiritual awareness that not everybody out there in spirit is for your greatest good. And there's energies there that will pretend that they're for your greatest good. And this is where I will use my discernment. It was pretty good now, to be honest with you. And then I would, just to make sure, I would ask my guide gatekeeper, and you can nominate them as that. And also you can, and I nominated Archangel Michael as mine, and then there's another one that steps in also as what you call as a circle. So no, they weren't always good in life. So sometimes what happens is they pretend they're good to get in, and that's why you need to have your protection. So you need to don't always ring the, sorry, because they say like it's something like it's a conveyor belt. I have 5 guides coming in, and I'm questioning how you're going to teach 5 subjects at one time. Because normally they will come in, they will stay a while, they will learn, and you'll get involved in the subject. And sometimes what we have is like a season, a lifetime. So we have lifetime guides, our mainstay guides that are there all the time, but you don't see them often, just feel their energy. And there's guides that come in for teaching purposes, and that kind of learning purpose, which is evolutionary to self, thank you, and to also for you to teach others. How do you know how many guides you have? Is by meditating and strengthening your communicate. You can have throughout your lifetime, you can have many guides. You can connect with them through meditation. Meditation, the subconscious, is the gateway to the soul, because consciousness from spirit becomes one. It's like, the best way I can describe it, when you're meditating, you're quietening the mind. But when you go down into the channeling energy of spirit, which is what you call, is similar to hypnosis, which is the deepening, this is when you will open that energy, and you will then you can ask spirit, how many guides do I have? And you can have many guides, but they may not be here now. They'd be made coming in the future, or they may come in during a certain period of your life that's particularly hard. So you can know that way. So I personally, my tip is to get to know one best friend guide, And then you can have another best friend guide. So you know your guide as good as you know your best friend in life. And that's why you can know their personality. When they step in, there's no doubting that who this is. How do you know how many guides you have? So that's how you do it. Get to know one guide first, and then get to know the other, and then you will still I can get to know people to find their gatekeepers, but you would instinctively know, I feel, Gerald, that you know them already. I feel they're very much present within your energy. So we have ancestral and guides, which comes in from the family line, which also are protectors. So I feel that for and Gerald, there would be you have an ancestor on your ancestral line, on your mother's line, you will have an energy coming through that will step forward for you quite often. Not showing me themselves to me, but are they a guide that's a safe a guide that's there as a gatekeeper? I'm not 100% sure. So we have guides that are family that comes through. And I know them because you feel the familiar energy, even though they may be centuries back. They have an energy to them that tells you that they're family, and they're normally there to teach you gifts from the past because they've done it. They've done the hard work, and they're here to give you past your ancestral gifts, as they call them on. They only sharpest. No, they don't. They're there. If it's like if you invite them in, you can invite your guides in, but you invite them in with your gatekeeper's permission. I invite my guides to be present because the law of free will. You invite them in, and by inviting them in, your gatekeeper will vet them, and then you will get to know them. So some healing would be great. They're always there helping you. So, but that's why I will say get to know them well first, sit with that energy, and once you then you'll get to know 3 or 4 guides, and then when another guide comes in, you'll start to realize what their calling sign is. Because some guides may just tap you on the shoulder. Sometimes you may see, if you've got good clairvoyance, you may see a picture of them, and they ask your guide. That's another tip for you. What's their calling sign, so that you can differentiate if you cannot have the ability of clairvoyance to see them. Okay, when I sit with spirit, because I channel every single day with spirit, I set the intention to connect with spirit at a divine level, because then that by doing so, they're there connecting. And divine energy is the highest consciousness of God. So it doesn't matter what belief you are. If you believe in a higher consciousness, you've got God energy there. I connect to all that energy up that far. And then what happens is I ask them to bring me the teaching tools that I need for me as a healer, to facilitate healing for myself, because I'm here as my journey, and help facilitate others. And with that deepening connection, so you need to sit in spiritual meditation for at least. First, I would start off with 5 minutes a day, and then you make it up to 30 minutes, and then you build up. So you don't have to, I do it every single day, but I am a practicing medium. So if you think about it, you can meditate for a minute or two and build it up. And anything becomes a habitual, it becomes easier. So if you struggle to listen to them, what you need to do is concentrate. Don't concentrate on the viewing. Don't concentrate on anything. You sit and you say, "Dear Spirit, I want to concentrate on my clairaudience today." And that's how you will do it. But it's like anything. Spirit will not give you everything at one go. They will make you work for it, and it's good that they make you work for it because you appreciate it much more. So when they see me sitting down or lying down every single day, connecting to them, that they say, "Do you know what? We're going to move her on. We're going to move her on to the next level because she's putting in the hard work." So when you put in the hard work, it feels like hard work at first, but it becomes easier over time, and because it becomes habitual, you'll start to feel more spiritually evolved in a quite short period of time. You will see the difference. You will lose the angst, you will lose the anxiousness that you sometimes get, because you've given all that energy that doesn't serve you back to spirit. So thank you very much, Sheila. I appreciate that. That's very nice to see how much I've grown. Yes, I get a pinch on my right arm. That's how spirit connects with. Yeah. So when you get a pinch on your right arm, that can be two things. It can tell you, one is your guide. So you want to differentiate who it is, a Facebook user. How about how you differentiate? You say, is this just the energy of spirit? A pinch tells me that it's someone in Pacific. I feel that's either a guide or someone that you're connecting to spiritually that's telling you it's a pinch. So Facebook user at 10:03, ask them who it is, because you don't ask questions, you never find the answers to it. So I'm always asking questions. What if a picture falls off the wall? Are they letting you there? I'd be asking why they're giving you such a strong sign. So there's a build up of energy there. So what I would do first, if a picture is falling off the wall, I need to identify the energy that does it. So is the energy present because you've done this is going back to my closed door, an open door. Is the energy still present there because you did a mediumship reading for someone and you haven't brought them back home? So I want to find out why they're going to that much trouble, because normally everyday spirit don't go knocking pictures off walls. So I would find out to see what the energy is and why are they still present. That would be my advice to that, because it takes an awful lot of energy to knock something off a wall when they can just tap you on the shoulder. Sometimes you need these, what you call these wow moments, but it doesn't happen often. You're welcome. So just check the energy out to make sure. If you do active medium Facebook user, what I suggest you do is sit in meditation, connect with your guides and ask them to bring the energy down and surround your home, and to only replace it with divine energy that's allowed present. This is what I do after every mediumship reading, so I can send my loved ones, because my loved ones, I like to see them here most of the time, but it's not good for them. So I would make sure that the energy is cleared, and cleared with love. And by doing that, what happens is you won't get what you call an active hole, which you don't want. You need to be in control of your mediumship. So cleanse your energy of your home, and how you can do that is you can ask for your guides to do it, or you can ask for yourself. And what you do is you come down, bring it from your crown, this energy, and then you bring it out to your home, because it's conscious energy that goes around, and that's how mediums connect. And that should do a clearing on your home. Yes, I never trust a guide. That's excellent to say, Gerard. Never trust a guide that doesn't welcome and answer my questions. That's one of my safes. So you're your own gatekeeper, because you're doing that. Because I will sit with energy before I allow it in. I will say, do you know what? I'm going to wait for a minute for a while, and then I will come in and say, do you know what? Is this energy for my greatest good, or is it for my sister's greater good? And I've come through because this person, the sitter I know, doesn't want to speak to this person. So Helen's the gatekeeper. So I will come in and say, do you know what? You're not welcome here. Thank you for being here. Because all believe you always need to be polite, because the spirits will sometimes get upset with you if you're not. So I send them back, but this is where the authority of spirit that has given to me. I'm not that authority sometimes, but when it comes to this, with my authority God has given me, I send them back to spirit with love, and that's how you clear your energy of your home. So again, whispers. You had the authority to send these energies back that are not serving your greatest good. Already set up system with my spirits, asked them to pinch my arms to show that they are linking me to it. Then that's how you know. So with me, it's my left hand side. I get paresthesia, or pins and needles down my left hand side. It goes up and down my arm, across my face, and it stays predominantly on my nose. So that's why sometimes I feel like feels like the best way to describe for anyone who has it, it's like a web, and it feels like sometimes a little tingling or tapping or ants kind of thing to tap in there. And sometimes when the energy is strong, it will cross over to both sides, and that's where sometimes you will see the holistic picture. So energy for me will sometimes come in, will always come in on the left. That's how I know spirit's here. But for some people, say women on the left, men on the right, that's not always the case. It can come on either side. So it's subjective to the medium, and the medium is anyone who's connecting with spirit. So you don't have to have a qualification in mediumship. You can have ability from a young age to connect with spirit, and you have that, and you're doing that by just sensing, feeling, knowing, or hearing, because you're acknowledging it. So that's why you know where your pinch is from your spirit guides to tell you. It felt like it was someone specific. So so you experience that now. What are you experiencing now, Sheila? I've missed that bit. So you're experiencing the whispers again. So has the energy come back again to you again, Sheila? I'm not aware of that. Left and right. For you, it's left and right. So you feel the energy. If you work with spirit a lot, you can instantaneously connect. Good, super, excellent. I'm happy that's gone. You can instantaneously connect with, and it's like a prayer. I sit down, I say for 1 second, I connect to the highest, the finest, the best for myself and my sitter. And this is why I can be congruent in harmony with whoever I'm reading for. So hi, Christine. So I'm hoping this is asking your questions. Because I am well. I'm much better than I was. Thank you. I have a few health spirit issues. So spirit keeps me on my toes, but they give me the ability to keep going, which I'm thankful for. So it's good, because what I would say is, and it's no disrespect to Sheila, some people can be an open book. Problem being an open book or a lighthouse is that means it can attract any energy, and until you control that energy and have the ability and authority to say that you're not welcome, to step back, you will have the ability to connect with energy that's low vibration, high. I have the ability to see, which I sometimes thought was a curse, low energy as well as high. But over the years, I know now that is my keeping. So I know the energy's there because I've connected to a sitter, and I felt an energy that wouldn't be congruent with me. So I've had to step back for my greatest good. So I now see it as a blessing. Although it's a hard blessing, don't get me wrong, it's still a blessing that I am aware of that energy present. So I've had a little voice saying, Mum, would this be my son? So you have the ability of having you have claircognizant, clear audience. Audience can be, you hear it in the voice, in the through like I'm speaking now, which is rare. Or you hear it in your head as a different voice, or you hear it, which is, say, for instance, a voice that has an accent or something like that, or you can hear it in your higher consciousness voice. So there's different types of clairaudience. There's 3 types of clairaudience, I would say. There's the one that you could hear them like you're speaking to me, and the one that you would hear in your ear, or the one that you would hear through your higher consciousness. Is that the same with temperature? I get more cold than hot when I'm close to spirit. I wonder what's getting really hot mean. Okay, the majority of the time, I would say that feeling cold is normal when you connect with spirit. I normally feel cold first. You can connect with hot energy when you're healing, but it always is subjective, means down to the person. So sometimes I heal with my hands are really burning hot, but the rest of me is cold. So I feel sometimes I need to have directional healing. Or sometimes the cold will just tell me I have the ability to channel. So with ability to energy comes in. This is me being a facilitator for spirit. So then what happens? That energy comes out, and that energy may change to hot because you made, for say for instance, you have arthritis. You may need cold energy because your area is very, very hot, so you need cold for that energy for that. Sometimes you've got abdominal pain. You may need, what do you put on a store abdomen? Hot heat. So sometimes the heat will tell you what is needed. Is it inflammatory or is it nervous system or something like that? If you need help from someone else, how do you find who to speak with? If you're talking about spirit, what I will do, if I have energies that most of my learning is through sitting with spirit and then going upwards, and they will tell me an awful lot of information, either through, I have the ability of clear cognizance, so I get downloads. So they will tell me. So if you need help from someone, I would ask your divinity, I would go up and sit with spirit and ask them for the help that you need, and to bring in that energy that facilitate the help, the change that you would need. I have clear cognizance, not in your head, so that means you're hearing it through your ear. I'm still learning a skill. What I suggest you do is you learn one clear skill at a time, but you will have a predominant skill. My predominant is clear knowing, so I just have a tendency to know a lot of information, but I don't see a lot, but sometimes I will see for 3 seconds. So I'm trying to see a little bit more, because it's helpful when you want to describe someone, because I can't say I see a beautiful blue energy here. That's not very good. I know it's feminine, I know it's a mom thing, but it's nice to describe. So I'm trying to build that, but you do it a little bit at a time. So it means that so rule out everything before it's spiritual. Yeah, because it's like anything, is that you ask, if I've got a headache, is it or tinnitus, I would go to a doctor, and if they say it's okay, I'm active spiritually, I would see it as that. But there's nothing that you should keep that hurts you spiritually. So if you hear a really bad pinging in your ear and it's winding you up, you ask them to change it, because it's not going to be for your greatest good, because again, they're still working with you. They're working from a different energy, so they will work with you. So this pinging in my ear is not working, or this headache is not working it happens when you do active mediumship. So you'll ask them to lessen the tension. Maybe they're giving them that for a little bit of concentration, but again, if it's detrimental to your mediumship, you need to ask them to change it. But orbs in my house that I see it with my own eyes. I see a lot of orbs, and again, it depends. With my orbs, for me, I tend to see spirit in with them, so I normally know what's them. But if you're seeing a lot of spiritual orbs, that means there's a lot of energy in your home. But as a active medium and an active psychic that does work daily, what any of you watching that are doing, you need to have a spiritual cleansing every single day. If you're doing mediumship every single day, you need to clear the energy. That's what I would do after this. I would sit down with spirit for 5 minutes, and then I will clear that energy. So you need to know your energy before you know spirit's energy, because if you don't know your energy, you don't know when another energy pops in, and you know, who is it? That's how you know. Once you sit with meditation, is knowing yourself. Then when you go to deepen meditation, you will start to know spirit's energy, which is different. So you need to, this is for the ones out there, go learn sitting in the power. Sitting in the power is learning your energy, which is the old mediumship way of building the energies to connect with spirit. So what we do is we go up to energy or spirit, and then we connect with them. I have a Claire's cognitive I forget what that one is. Clarification. Is it taste? I think it is. If you have all of them, I'm going to ask Facebook user, if you next time you pop in, if you click Veronica's link, we can see your name. You have an awful lot of abilities there. So I'm asking, what are you doubting yourself? So because your hearing, your clear cognizance is knowing, clear salience is smelling. I think that you've got clear taste, so clear gustinance. So you've got an awful lot of clairs there. Not a lot of many mediums or psychics will have. So you have to identify the doubt. Once you've identified the doubt, we need to get it on. So for Helen to see your names, please click if you click this link that Veronica's put it on the StreamYard, I can see your name in the list. So ask yourself as a Facebook user, and I don't mean disrespectful calling that because all I can see. Ask where is the doubt coming from? Because if we don't identify our own failings, we can't move on from them. So you have the ability to be a great medium, but it's your doubt that's stopping you, and my doubt stopping me for years, because the last thing anyone who knows me would think I'll be sitting in front of a screen now. I do work with clients just lack of confidence. So what I would do with this, I would sit down daily, minimum 5 minutes, and say to Spirit, I give my lack of confidence up to you, because I'm at the stage where I can't deal with it. Change it so it can allow me to facilitate changing myself and also in my clients. And that way you're doing not just for yourself, you're doing it for the highest good of others. So you need to identify also where that lack of confidence come, and we're going back into the past with you, Facebook user. So it will be way back. So identify where the trigger is, and you will understand where it's coming from now, and then you can give it up. So my Facebook page is Dagda and Noon on let's see, I think it's on the list. I think it comes down here, the list out. Dagna and Noon at Sacred Soul Connections. I have a Facebook page there. I'm also on YouTube and TikTok. So yeah, we can go back to past lives, but I have a feeling it's more in this life. I'm going to be honest with you. It's coming from this life. Not to say that it hasn't come from a past life, but it is also coming from this life. So 1 second. If I just do this for 1 minute, don't know where it's gone. You hold on for 1 minute. I can't get my. Here it is. Let me just copy and paste that. Copy. Come back to live stream, and I'll paste that in the thing. Paste that there. That's me, and I do answer spiritual questions. So I can't wait for your classes. Thank you, Tony. I'll get it probably next year, another year, a couple of years time, but I'm getting there. So if any questions that you have, I'm always happy to answer them. But remember, you're not alone. So because sometimes, I thought so. Facebook user. I had a feeling that was the case, but I'm a trained counsellor, and I won't simply go into private information on a live. I don't think it would be ethical of me as a medium. So it's going back to a past where you understand. I wanted to make it more specific so you understood it. So you need to kind of address that issue, but remember our past is what cannot be changed, but what can be changed is how we react to it. And that is the power of healing. Power of healing is how we can change from our past. Whatever trauma we've had in our past, we cannot change, sadly, but we can change how we react to it. And that is the beauty of healing. We can become anything we want to be. Thank you, Mario Josie. I can't pronounce your name. Josie. I appreciate that. So we can become anything we want to be, because sometimes we have to, in my experience, we have to experience trauma, which is hard, because sometimes we have to have sorrows to learn things the hard way. But we have to also learn to let go. The problem is people won't let go, because this is the key to trauma: forgiveness. Forgiveness is not saying that whoever done what they done is right. It's saying, do you know what, God, I give you those energies and I forgive those energies. And then it's up to God to forgive them, or the God consciousness that you believe in. They forgive them. But what you do is you purge yourself of energy from youth, from a troubled marriage, etc. relationship. You purge the energy so you can become your greatest good. People hold on to things because they think it's, do you know, I'm not going to give them the opportunity to think that I'm forgiving them. Forgive them and let them go. They're not worth it. I would love to be a counsellor. What the way I go, please. First of all, what I would do is I would have self-awareness lessons, because you need to know yourself before you counsel others. And then what happens is, through that, you can find them in your local college where they will give introductions to counselling, because you need to, if you have any trauma, it will bring that up, because there's a lot of self-reflection. So go to your local college, and then you go an introduction to counselling like I did, and then you will go into the psychotherapy, and then you can go into other different fields, and I chose clinical hypnotherapy and transcendental. So, and then you can build, and what happens, you can, the beauty of counseling, you can, I think every medium should have the ability, you don't have to be a counselor, you can have counseling skills. Every medium or psychic needs counseling skills, because there's some information that we shouldn't be giving out, because we aren't there to facilitate that emotional release. So you have to have discernment to learn that. So I do believe that everybody should have counseling skills, who's a psychic. So we have Simon Hobbs tomorrow, fabulous reader, at 5:30 British summertime tomorrow. So if you, and I believe Simon, I believe he's a medium, is he? And he does psychic readings. So you can pop in then to the FindMeAMedium online psychic page. So before we pop off, I'm going to just bring in that energy and ask. So, dear Divine Spirit, I ask that the energy that's present tonight with all these beautiful people to be transmuted, and all the energy that doesn't serve their good to be brought up into divine energy and transmuted into love, light, and healing. I ask that energy now be transferred through them, through their crown, through their third eye, through their throat, so they can speak their truth. They can see clearly. They come to the heart energy, where it can be cleared of anything that causes trauma, hurt, or pain. Go to the solar plexus to remove any abdominal pain, going down into the sacral energy to have their creativity back, going down to the roots to give them grounding. I ask that this energy be transmuted into a healing at a circle level, a circulatory level, a central nervous pain for anyone who suffers pain, an autonomic system. I ask for the 7 systems of the body to be healed this night for anyone that wishes it. I ask that everyone that here who wishes healing, who have asked for healing, now be sent it with love, light, and truth in your divine name. So, love and take care until we talk again. I'll be here next week to catch up for my missed live last week. So see you all then. Thank you, Antoinette. It has been a pleasure seeing you here again, my lovely friend, and for my knowledge and advice. So thank you very much. So I'm seeing everyone. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Siobhan. And so you see me doing more lives in the future now that I've got my confidence up. So even me needs the confidence. I'll be doing it. So thank you, Sophie. And I will say I won't be contacting you directly on here. I'm just going through the names, because there is spammers on Facebook, and they will say that it's me, and it's not me. So just be aware. So this way we are our own gatekeeper. So if that someone contacts you, say it's me, or looking for a reading, that's not something I do. So just watch out for yourself. And I bless you all with love, and I'll see you next week. Thank you very much, Sophie. I really appreciate that. Keep safe. Yeah. So non-readers will not contact you, because there's a few chances in life, and that's my 1%. Remember, if there's in life, there's going to be in spirit. So be your safekeeper, but also ask for a gatekeeper to come to you, so you know that you're safe, you're loved, and you're protected always when you do your mediumships. So thank you, Alison. Thank you, Sharon and Mario and Sheila and Angel, and I've got the name has gone. I guess sometimes I get mind blank moments. Gerald and Sophie, and the list goes on and on. And anyone that's asked for healing tonight, I will place them in my distant healing book, and I will do that tomorrow. I normally do some distant healing on a Sunday. So anyone who wants that can have it. So love and light to you all. Take care.